Hi everyone, this is one of 3 videos about coloring glitter. This is the card tutorial, so I'm going to show you how I make a card of this. So I'm starting off with the very sped up version of the coloring. So if you want to see the real-time coloring, there will be a link in the description down below, but also like a little clicky thingy, cardy thingy up in the corner so that you can go directly to that video. If you want to see the video where I go through step by step how to do a glittered bauble, there will also be a link in the description and up in the corner. This is more of a kind of reference, very fast coloring. I'm not this fast. However, I was really surprised when I colored this, or when I edited this video, and realized how short this coloring actually is. I think it is around 16 or 17 minutes after cutting out all the pen changes, and I can have coloring parts that are hours. So I was really surprised over how short it was. And yes, you've already seen it. I saw it too late, but I actually colored a little bell thingy that she has on her dress, and I colored it green instead of yellow, or metallic, or how you want it to be. And then I just made the wings. I didn't want to deal with doing the wings see-through. I thought that, well, this card is going to be kind of, the bauble is going to be in the spotlight, and therefore I kind of chose just lightly blue, yellow and bluish and minty wings, because it worked pretty good with her dress and her hair. And this whole card was around this bauble, and I've been seeing these glittered baubles for years and years and years. I love glitter, and I love the glittered baubles. Especially love the ones that kind of have details and stuff, that is like a shiny bauble and then it has like glittered details. I really love those kind of baubles. But this time I made a red bauble that is covered with glitter, or it's supposed to look like it's covered in glitter anyhow. As she is sitting down, I'm kind of envisioning that this bauble is on the floor, and therefore it had a little bit of a kind of reflective light towards the bottom, or towards the shaded part. But I'm talking more about that in the glitter bauble tutorial. So yeah. The last step, of course, is adding the glitter. So I'm doing a lot of dotting, but the way I do glitter, it wouldn't really work with just Copics. So to finish everything off, I'm going to use a white gel pen, and you can use any kind of white gel pen that you would like to use. I'm using a jelly roll. I have several different brands that I really like, but right now I only have my jelly roll pens because I forgot to put the lid on the other ones. But I'm doing small dots and doing small kind of stars, itch thingies to make it look like it is glittery. I prefer to cut my images out. I love cutting them out with like a little teeny tiny border, so that is what I'm doing here. I'm using a EK Success Cutter Bee scissor because it has very thin scissory blades, so it makes fussy cutting super easy, and it cuts like butter. I love that scissor. It's my favorite one. I have 2 actually. Then we are doing the card base. So I'm going to do a A2 card base, and I'm going to do a little bit of a kind of border on top of that. So I cut a letter size sheet of paper, Neenah, in half, and then I scored that in half. And then I'm going to put the sentiment on the inside because I didn't have room for it on the outside. So I'm using this stamp by My Favorite Things. It's just this big, huge Merry Christmas stamp. I really, really love it. And I'm gonna heat emboss that. So I'm using my Versamark ink. And I really love my Misty. It makes card making so easy. So I'm using that, and then some Nuvo blue embossing powder, because I really thought it would kind of match. And I have way too many embossing powder. I should use them all, and not only on Christmas card. It's usually they end up being used on Christmas cards because they get like shiny and stuff, and I think Christmas is all shiny and glittery, and I love Christmas. Really, really love Christmas. Not so much celebrating it, just all the shininess and all the glitter. Something like that. I'm using my heat tool, I'm heating it all up, and then I'm scoring, or I'm enhancing the score a little bit. My glue tape of choice is Crafter's Companion, so that is what I'm using to put on this little border, just basic blue cardstock. I'm using this beautiful little chipboard piece by Make It Crafty to add as a kind of frame. It ended up just being the perfect size. I didn't really think about it when I printed the image, but it actually ended up being perfect size. So I'm trying to figure out there to put that little chipboard in the right place so that I have kind of space for the wings of the fairy. And then I'm adding some foam tape on the back of the image, and the card is done. It's a very, very simple card because I wanted it to concentrate on that coloring. I hope you liked this video. If you do, please thumbs it up. If you want to see more like this, hit that subscribe button, and if you have any questions, just comment down below. And thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you later. Bye!